Right.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Oh, we've got it.
Welcome back to The View from the Afternoon. There is some good news.
Good news,
everybody.
We just did this for the last 1 minute and it didn't work because the recording stopped, so I'm just repeating myself, but I'm going to say it again.
What?
This is not a political commentary. I know Boris Johnson's name is in the thumbnail, but we're not about politics. We're not here to talk about politics. So fuck you, basically.
Yep.
It came across much more eloquent the first time I said it a minute ago.
Yeah, I believe you.
Right, should we do the bit now, Dan?
What are we doing?
Right. Should we ask what? No, I know what to say. This
What?
is so dumb, Raz.
Right, go on.
So,
love
we've
dumb
had some
shit.
good news, haven't we?
Yep,
Right.
love good news.
So, there's a question that I want to get off my chest and that all the viewers want to get off their chest, which is Reading and Leeds 21 question mark.
Why?
It started off as a dumb idea that me and Dan had,
Right.
and it ended up as a dumb idea.
Brilliant.
Dan wrote it on me.
Love it.
My vision of it was not like this. Mine was like, but it was still the concept was. But then I gave Danny the big thick marker pen.
Anyone listening to this has no idea what's just happened.
They don't. I'm going to put this back on now because the joke's played out, and that's going to be on my body now for about a week. Keep talking, Raz.
Shall we answer the question?
Keep him talking. Yeah,
Well-
answer the question. I guess we.
Well, still, the answer is fuck knows, because it means no until it comes from the official body. Just as the question was asked from the official body.
You've just seen a pretty official body, if you ask me. I'll answer the question, mate. If
What?
Reading Leeds is going to happen.
What you reckon?
No, I don't think it is.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I think it's too big. I
Too
feel
big?
really good, and I'm buzzing with this news, but I don't think Reading and Leeds is going to happen.
But end of June, mate.
And do you know
It's
what,
all-
mate? Do you know what the worst case scenario is?
What?
I'm proved wrong. Oh, no. Shit, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just watching Post Malone.
Yeah.
I'm on in a second.
Yeah.
See you in a bit, Dan. Assuming you're leaving the... that wasn't me kicking you out. I just thought you were on your way. Thanks for helping with the silly joke. I bet you are.
Brilliant.
No, he's fucked off.
We can get into the real shit.
Right, so yesterday... What? Shut up,
What?
bastard. Yesterday, Boris Johnson came on telly, didn't he? And
Yeah.
he said some good fucking news.
He
some
did.
news that we've all been waiting to hear
He
for a
did.
long time. Obviously, on the channel, we massively fucking rely on everything that goes on.
travel, and live events, and they were the two things that got cancelled hard. If only we were like a non-essential retail channel, that wouldn't have been as bad.
Fuck me, yeah.
If, you know, the
If only we were a Help the Economy channel.
yeah. Should we go through
So let's go through the roadmap and say what we're excited
Yeah.
about, say
So-
about some of our plans, and
so
say
for
what
the
we
next-
think is going to happen.
for the next 2 week? Fuck off.
Yep, and that's fine. I
Yep.
get paid in 3 days.
Yep.
I can start building up a wardrobe for summer.
Yep.
Maybe buy my Leeds ticket if I have to.
I've got a bed to buy.
Wow, that's boring.
Yeah, it is really boring. But good news.
Jesus Christ.
On March 8th.
Woo! March 8th. What are we celebrating there, Raz?
School's reopening. Brilliant.
Oh, don't care.
Good news. All uni students are off back, aren't they? I guess.
No, they're not. If
they're
they
not?
do, only if they do practical courses, they're off back.
Oh, really?
If they do like
English.
a course where you have to use your head instead of your body,
yeah.
then they have to still learn online for their $9,000.
But I know that my music production course, they would have been like, "Oh, let's do some theory then." So
yeah.
lecturer didn't have to turn up.
You'd probably be able to play the Snow Riff by Red Hot Chili's, mate, if that would have been the case.
What else is going? 1+1 social meetings outdoors. But
So what does that mean? We can link up with another mate that's not in our social bubble outdoors.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I
But
don't
can't
care
you?
about that.
But can't we already do that?
You can
'Cause
already, you can. I mean,
I can
thought you
exercise with somebody.
could. This is the issue. Like, I thought you could.
Yeah.
I've met up with people outside. I met up with my mum on the
Yeah.
anniversary of my dad's death before you have a go last week. Bastards.
It's a kind of funeral.
We had a walk down the canal. I didn't even realise it was that day.
Yeah.
Totally forgot. I'm going to take these off because it makes me a bit uncomfortable.
You allowed one visitor to care home residence.
Don't care about that, but I'm sure some people will be buzzing about that.
Yeah.
Especially if they've got, obviously they've got people in a care home. Let's get to the good shit, man. When
But
is
we're
stuff
still staying at home. March 29th.
What about all them people down there and that bus there and all this shit that's not staying at home? What about them?
On March 29th, you get the Rule of 6, mate.
Woo!
Rule of 6 outdoors.
Rule of 6.
I always like the Rule of 6.
It's good because it
It's
makes
snappy.
you, and it is. And you trim the fat.
Like, remember when you did...
Sorry, mate, you
Yeah.
can't come to... Sorry, Cleesby, it's just 6 of us.
Yeah, Otley Run, man. It was good, that. Rule of 6 in place then. It
Yeah.
was fine. We can have some outdoor sports.
The rule of 6 is as good as a rule of 20 because it's up to 6. So if there's 10 of you, there's a group of 4 and a group of 6.
Yeah.
And you're in shouting distance of each other.
Yeah, I'm just going to shout and project my voice.
Brilliant.
Stay local. Fine, I'll still be buzzing throughout March that I can see people. You can
I'll commit. I'll stay in Yorkshire.
That's fairly local.
That's local.
I've been around.
That is local.
You can work from home where possible.
Cool.
Brilliant. I don't plan on changing that. Still no overseas travel. Fine. I could do with a bit more.
Holiday.
I could do with holiday, but I could do with saving money. So,
but that ain't gonna happen either.
Yeah, true. This is when it gets good.
Right.
April 12th.
This is when the conversation properly starts.
Yeah.
What happens on April 12th, Razzie?
Non-essential retail comes
Woo!
back.
Living
Good
in the
news.
city centre, that's extra good news because I'm so fucking bored, man.
Yeah.
Good God. I'm so bored. And me and Dan stand here and we look at town and we think how nice it would be to just go into Van's shop.
Just go for a walk around.
Just go for a wander.
Yeah.
Might buy something. Probably not.
Yeah.
But I'm so
But it
sick of
kills
just
a
going
day.
into Wilkinson's and that's it. Get me in size.
Yeah.
Get me in the van shop. Let me have a look at
Wilco's.
some Northies.
I'll tell you what, man. Wilco's has been a fucking saviour during
Wilco's is
lockdown.
excellent,
Yeah.
man. If Wilco's wanted to sponsor us,
Yeah.
I'd do that. Wouldn't be selling out.
Sponsor me in 2 years' time when I need to decorate again, maybe.
I will. You won't catch me selling out, but I'll do a Wilco sponsorship because
Yeah.
that's very true.
On Instagram or
No, not on the gram. Dan, would you do a Wilco sponsorship? Dan would do one as well.
yeah. What else is open? Hairdressers, excellent. I'm in dire need of a haircut. I'm proper looking Tom Scott now.
So
Just with a bit more beard.
I have been thinking about getting a mullet,
Don't do it.
but why? Everyone always tells me to. It'll be funny. It proves that I don't take myself too seriously. If only to me, it proves that. And Luke Walton looks so gorgeous, and he's got big nose like me, and he's so attractive in that birthday video we made for Danny. Have you seen how gorgeous he looks, Dan, in that video? He looks stunning, and he's got a mullet. So I just want to be a bit more like him.
Yeah, he's got
There's no
nice
shame in saying that.
and
His nose is bigger than mine.
and he's got nicer teeth.
All right, come on.
Yeah, right. Nail salons. Dan will be happy about that. Libraries.
Yeah,
We've got the
that's
internet,
fine.
man.
Yeah, don't care.
I don't. Brilliant. Gyms. That's good.
There's a lot of people that'll be happy about gyms.
I can't wait. I went on like on Argos and Amazon, like trying to get some like dumbbells or something to make me feel better for the next 2 months. You're like, oh yeah, I'll buy some. Just not in stock anywhere.
The issue with buying them is they weigh so much. The post and package.
No, but not if you go get them from Argos yourself. And it's a workout getting them home. But the fucking site's misleading. The site's misleading because it's like, oh yeah, limited stock, and you go into view stock, not in stock anywhere throughout Leeds. Brilliant.
So if Argos approached us to do a sponsorship, you'd be saying no.
I don't know, man. They sell a lot of things.
Argos is the shittest shopping experience
Yeah,
on the high
yeah.
street by a fucking mile.
It's so shit. It's like not. So you've bought your thing. Now you have to wait for it.
Oh, it's so shit. It's so fucking wank is Argos, man. Fuck Argos.
Zoos and theme parks can reopen.
Okay.
That's good.
I mean, that is good. When is that? April 12th?
Yeah. So
I'd like to think we'd go to the theme park. We'd go to Lightwater Valley.
Yeah.
theme park in Yorkshire. If you don't know, one of the best, to be honest.
Yeah, we
Home
could
of the
actually.
longest roller coaster in Europe. Perhaps, maybe,
Maybe we-
maybe quote me on that.
We should go to Lightwater Valley.
Well, I mean, if we've got fuck all to do on
Yeah.
April 12th, then we can do.
Well, I'll tell you what we could do as well.
What?
We could go to a pub or a restaurant outdoors.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good job I've already got that booked off then, because I've already seen this
And
list.
there's
you better
no
believe.
need for a substantial meal, no curfews. No curfews, I forgot about
that's so
that.
good. Like, that's almost from
The
a
thing was
from
bollocks.
Yeah, from a hospitality standpoint, that's almost everything we need. The only
Yeah.
thing you're missing there is a dance.
Yeah,
Like, if there's no curfew,
I'll bring my Bluetooth speaker.
that's fine. Yeah, I'll set up alternative room. You can
Yeah.
have the main room.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Like, that's going to be great.
If we get to sit in the city centre and it's warmish, oh, you know what? Even if it ain't, I'll get a big coat
Oh, yeah, man.
and I'll get my Xiaomi umbrella and we'll be fine. Even if it's pissing down, it'll be fine. Wider social distancing rules continue. I guess that's all right. One household can stay at a cottage or holiday let is a bit different.
But why can't you do that now? If you can come round and sit here, why can't I?
Because you
go
can't
to
travel. The stay local thing.
Right.
Is
Okay.
so we could fuck off down to London.
So the good news is the best thing to take away from that is pubs reopen on April 12th.
Yeah. So good news. My birthday is April 16th. On my birthday, I can get my hair cut, get my nails done. I can go to gym.
Go to the zoo.
So I feel great. Go to the zoo. Have an afternoon at Alton Towers. Come back up here. Get absolutely fucked until God knows what
that would be
time.
really funny.
And then the day after, we can go stay somewhere.
That would be really funny.
To do all of the-
everything that you've just unlocked. It's like you've ranked up on GTA and you've unlocked like some new vehicles and weapons and outfits. So you just go get them all.
Yeah, so that's for a month until May 17th. So you got a lot of stuff to do there.
Yeah,
during
man,
the-
that's a full. And the good thing about this is they're all 5 weeks apart, right?
Yeah.
So, and Boris said they ain't gonna get. He's not gonna bring those dates closer together.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
gives me a lot of confidence that all this stuff will stay.
Yeah.
Especially considering like a full third of adults are vaccinated now.
Yeah.
Good job, everyone.
So there's 4 or 5 weeks there between April 12th and May 17th. Monday to Friday, write that off to work if you're a corporate boy like me. But your weekends, you've got enough stuff there that you can we'll go to the zoo one weekend.
Yeah, man.
We'll go
down to. Let's be realistic. Every weekend, we're off down to Call Lane
Yeah.
to go and sit in the street outside a Porto
Yeah.
and Neon Cactus and shit.
You've got
get
enough things to
fucking
do for a
wankered.
month, haven't you? Like that'll.
Yep.
April won't
Easy.
be a terrible month,
Be an expensive month,
but May 17th is when it happens, mate.
well, that's just before my birthday,
Yeah.
Ryan. What's
Yeah.
happening on May 17th?
Yep. The rule of 6 will be dropped outdoors.
Boom. Did someone say a rule of 80,000 at Bramham Park and in Castle Donington?
2 households can meet indoors.
Boring, don't care. Let me tell you, if we're off to the pub on April 12th, 2 households are going to meet a lot sooner than May 17th.
Hotels, cinemas, soft play areas are reopening. I don't care if it's cinema.
Hotel is a good one because
Yeah.
we'll use a hotel. Cinema, of course not. What the
Oh,
fuck?
that's some bullshit. So April 12th, you can stay at a cottage or a holiday let, but you can't stay at a hotel.
I guess a cottage is just one.
Yeah, it's restricted,
Domicile,
innit?
innit?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's annoying because something that we need to film or crack on with at some point requires a hotel.
Does it?
Yeah.
As in a proper style hotel room?
No, an exact hotel in Leeds that we've been at before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we can't do that until May 17th. But
Yeah.
that's fine. There's no rush with that.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I was born ready, mate.
Yep. It's been a
ready.
tough year.
Oh, just a little bit, mate. Little bit tough.
But this really is the good news. 1,000 people or half full permitted at indoor sports venues. Outdoor venues, 4,000 people or half full. 10,000 people are allowed at Wembley.
All places like Wembley, right? I think does it use Wembley as an example, or does it say
This
specifically?
is
at
just an
Wembley?
image that I've got.
So
I'm
this
guessing
is great news. This is the icing on the cake. Is that the phrase? Cherry on the cake.
Yeah.
This is the cherry on the cake, I think.
So that means that we can have, like, what's the capacity of Key Club?
Key Club is, so the rule is, right, it's 1,000 people or half full, whichever's less.
Yeah.
So key club capacity, I think, is 200. So you can have 100 in there. The issue
good.
then is 100 people in that key club room can't socially distance
Yeah.
by a meter. They just can't. There's not enough room. So what happens then? Is it kind of a bit of a blind eye turned by everyone and you
think
make
it
sure
is.
you distance, off you go?
No, I think it's just the
I hope it is.
I think it's just the limiting, like, okay, if that many people get it, it's gonna be a limited impact, because hopefully by then the circulation's like really dropped. So it's gonna be less likely that somebody there has it. So it's gonna be safer that 100 people are in there.
Yeah.
But
that's really exciting.
that's ace, because you know what? That means my band can headline a Key Club show and be like, we sold it out. The bar has been lowered.
Do you know what? If the first gig I go to was your band at Key Club, I'd be happy with that.
Just anything.
Yeah.
Anything at all. I'd go see that fucking, what was that band, Leeds Fest, that we were taking a...
Blacklisters.
Yeah.
God, they were shite, weren't they? So we have a Don Broco show lined up in May, just after this, about 10 days after this. Restriction is eased, and it's in Bedford.
Yeah.
In a place called Esquires, which I believe is a 250 capacity venue. So that means that they'd only let in 125 people. So I'm hoping that what's going to happen is they're just going to spread. Broco are just, they don't even have to spread it across 2 days necessarily. If they're willing to put in the work, they could do 2 shows.
Yeah.
One at 7, one at 9.
Yeah.
Hour and a half each. And just cycle 150 in, 150 in the next one, there or thereabouts.
The only problem is...
125, sorry.
Of course, that there's no nightclub, is there? So you'd only be able to like go to bars after.
It's interesting, isn't it, how some of the stuff doesn't quite add up. So the Key Club is a live music venue, but it's as prominently a nightclub, I would say. I reckon it definitely has more club nights than
So you can
gigs.
have 100 people in there seeing a live show.
Yeah.
But 100 people having a dance.
But if
no.
If Jackie P's DJing, who is an artist, I suppose, he's been billed on the Leeds Fest poster.
Yep.
Is that a live performance? Can we have 100 of us in Key Club for that?
No,
or is that a nightclub? Is it about the time of day?
I think you got to be.
Is it about
real.
the alcohol serve?
I'd be interested to see what guidance to get. Like, can you have a beer?
Yeah, you've got to be able to, right? Because you can go in pubs at this point.
Yeah.
So some stuff kind of.
And the thing is, there's no curfews. So what you could do is just have a band play all night,
or a DJ play all night.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, right? When what's that fucking massive DJ called?
There's many.
Massive, monstrous. This song with Steve Aoki or whatever he's called. He did that. He did a Bud Light
he's playing
New
Key
Year's
Club.
Eve live stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
His live music that he was doing was just playing other people's songs.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more to it than that. I mean, we've done it.
Yeah.
Right. And I know that there's more to it than that. But that's a live performance. So is that going to a performance?
Yeah.
If we go see Jackie P do Key Club from 10 p.m. till 3 a.m. Sounds like a live performance to me.
It's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? Like but
this is what we're going to need clarifying, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I guess it will be clarified, but we haven't really thought about this conversation, by the way. We're just riffing it. This is the first time we've seen each other since it was announced. We're just chatting shit.
Here's another one on that May 17th. International travel possible.
Get me into the United States of America.
See, the problem there is, though, like we're starting it here. Vaccine's going well. Let's say by that time, transmission drops really low. But let's say you go to, let's say we go to Barcelona again. Using that just an example. We definitely won't. Fuck me if we do, then something's wrong.
It was fucking ace.
Yeah, it was great. Didn't like the sunburn there. But we go there, and it's like they've got different rules. So would you even really want to go there if you've still got to wear a face mask?
Do you want my answer?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Really?
Of course, mate. Get me out of this fucking flat. Yeah.
You can go to London.
You said to... Yeah, London is a big... I'm looking forward to going to London as soon as possible. I was thinking the other day, you know Victoria Coach Station in London?
Yeah.
And there's that bit where it's like the coach station and the train station. Yeah. And there's like a bit upstairs where there's like Mackies and
the
shit.
The spoons and that. Yeah.
No, not where the spoons is. the spoons that we started in,
Yeah.
it's like behind that and above it, and there's a Mackey's and a KFC and like a shitty burrito place. It's just a boring as fuck like food court. I can't wait to be back in there.
Yeah.
And it's because if you're there, you're doing something.
We went from a year in like 2019 to being like, guess we're off to London again.
I was sick to death of the place.
I hated the M1. What a boring place to be than on the M1. Unless you've got a coffee in hand and you've got a fucking Mackey's in your belly. But yeah, it's boring, but I can't wait to do it again.
Get me back to London. We need to crack on with that Weatherspoons Challenge 2.0, mate.
On the May 17th, there is going to be a review of social distancing. Now that'd be cool because a review could mean yeah, keep it as it is, or could mean scrap it altogether. Could.
Yeah, I guess it
not
depends.
impossible.
We all need to like this is the thing in it, because like I'm saying, get me to as soon as I can travel, I want to travel.
Yeah.
As soon as I can go to the pub, I want to be in the pub every day. But also like we're allowed to do that, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But is that taking the piss a bit? And if we were more reserved with that, would that mean that their decision on social distancing on May 17th was a better outcome? Or is it, like, do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I see that as like, they've got to assume that the whole world will, like, they're not, their worst case, they've got to think of worst case scenario. So what if everyone goes back to going out every night for a week? What impact will that have? Surely that must be a thought in their head.
That's got to be factored into this plan, hasn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Do you think, right, that this plan do you think they're like secretly really fucking confident that everything's going to be fine?
I don't know.
I think they are.
I don't know.
And that might be being naive, but so many people are vaccinated now. And there's that's a significant jump in between each one of these dates. That's over a month. And I think they obviously have to, don't take my fucking advice on this, but I think that they know
this is the way out.
We're over the worst of it now.
Yeah,
but let's still use this kind of language. We will not hesitate
They've got to be cautious.
Yeah.
But I found it interesting.
I think if Boris had to, if they had to bet, if this was on like fucking Bet365 and they had to bet, is everything going to be fine within 4 or 5 months?
Yeah.
They'd put tenner on yes.
Yeah. I found it interesting how like there was like Boris was speaking and he was saying how like we're on a one-way road to
the M1
to yeah
the M1 down to London.
The M1's now a one-way road. No, he said we're on like a one-way road to freedom.
Yeah, man.
But yet in almost like literally in the same conference he was like, but all of this is it's not irreversible. It's like, well,
and also,
which one is it?
And but he also said the goal is not a COVID-free thing.
Yeah.
And you need
that will literally take, if
it
was
might
to
never happen. Like
it would literally take 10 years or something like that. 'Cause it's like the whole.
It's like this. Yeah.
What, anyway. We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, of course we don't.
Yeah.
What people want to listen to us talk about is our predictions for whether music and shit is going to come back. So let's keep going down this list, and then we'll
I'll tell you what's
have a deep dive into
the review of certificates for jabs and tests.
So that's about the passport thing,
yeah,
isn't it? That they don't want you to say vaccine passport, but that's about the vaccine passport.
They literally they can't do that because that is literally like segregating those who literally can't have it, or refusing certain rights to those who want the freedom to say no. And like if you don't want it for whatever reason, fair play, but they can't say no, you can't do these things because you haven't conformed.
It's tricky. Like on one side, I look at someone I know well has said, unless someone forces me, I'm not going to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
So to me, if there's a gig on,
and
I can go in because I've had the vaccine, and he can't because he hasn't, that's his fault, and he's made that decision. So guess what, mate? You decided that you don't want it. It's free. Well, there's a lot of effort gone into this, and we're bringing it to you. You can have this for free, mate. No, I don't want it.
It's about protecting yourself, isn't it?
No worries then, mate. You just stay outside. Part of me is like that. But then also, I agree about the accessibility thing, because right now 33% of adults have got it. When we're not close to getting it. If they turn that on now, we'd be thinking about it selfishly. Like and people younger than us, people like we're old now. I forget that like we're old. Yeah. 18-year-olds that like want to go out and have fun and live their life for maybe some of the first times ever. Being like after turning 18, they're gonna be the most fucked over by that. So I guess saying that out loud, the vaccine passport thing is maybe not as good an idea as it sounds.
It's also like logistically fucking
It is
mental.
impossible. There'd
Like,
be fakes. They're not going to do an app.
So the thing is, so yeah, if they do an app, so you're telling me they can roll out a vaccine app, like a certificate on an app, but I can't get my driving license on there.
It'd be like a rail card, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
It'd be like the rail card.
there'd be fakes. There'd be
I could fake a rail card app, no problem.
yeah. It just wouldn't work. And also the thing, I'm not going to go off a tangent because it's getting too deep now in it, but. I don't think that's going to happen. And that's
No,
my 2 cents.
I don't either. I can see there's reasons why I would want a vaccine passport. There's reasons why I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah,
I can see both sides.
yeah. June 21st.
Okay, so this is the last date on the roadmap.
Yeah. All legal limits on social contacts to go. That's going to be.
What does that mean? Because we've already said
That means social distancing. Probably face masks, etc.
Oh, I didn't even think about face masks.
Face masks are annoying me lately. Like I've started. I'm like trying to go into Asda, and I'll get out my car, and I'll be halfway walking there, and I'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake! I don't know why I keep doing it more lately. I think
Do you know what?
Because it's getting a bit sunnier again, and I'm not used to it.
Face mask is just automatic now for me.
Really?
Yeah, it's I'd rather not wear one.
Yeah.
But I leave the flat so infrequently now. I only go down to the Co-op or maybe Wilkinson's where you can get any of your homewares for low price. I just bang it on. I don't even think about it. In fact, it keeps my big schnoz quite
It was
warm.
good in winter, wasn't it? Like the proper
it's
cold
still
days.
cold now, mate.
Yeah.
Not as cold, but it's still pretty cold.
So
So they're saying on 21st, and I might be getting this wrong. This is a quick fire piece of content. So on 21st, they're saying that potentially everything goes back to normal.
Yeah. So the thing that is keeping festivals from going ahead,
Which is purely social distancing.
Literally, you cannot like.
So here's the thing.
I suppose speaking literally, you could have a social distance festival, but they tried it and it flopped on its ass. So that's the thing that's stopping it from happening. And if that goes on June 21st, maybe it gets pushed back a couple of weeks.
We're talking about Leeds Fest here, aren't we? This is what we're all thinking about.
That's what we're getting.
Download's gone. Download is categorically cancelled at this point. It's not been announced, but by definition of these steps, it's gone.
Yeah.
Nothing resembling Download will take place unless some YouTubers do a really good like Download from home. Yeah. So that's gone. The Biffy Clyro tour that I had all my stocks in, which started on April 12th, is gone. Yeah. I'll still be happy on April 12th because we'll be in that pub from 8 a.m. getting fucked up.
Yeah.
But that's gone. But 2000 Trees, Leeds Fest, Kendall Calling, shit like Gunnersville, anything after June 1st has the potential to go ahead.
Slam Dunk just been rescheduled. September. I can see a lot of one-day festivals happening in September. It might be worth taking September and October off.
This is the
God. I wish I was self-employed.
Thing. I want Download to get cancelled straight, like now. Cancel it now. Yeah. Then I can confidently cancel my holiday for that, and I've got a week extra holiday. Yeah. Because I'm actually out of holiday, even though there's no going on. I've used it all. I don't know what on. I need to audit my.
I've got 30 odd days holiday this year.
To take.
To take, and I've got bank holidays off.
Because
I used so little last year.
Not bad. I wish mine rolled over, man. Fucking hell. But I've got it pretty good, to be fair.
Remaining hospitality is reopening as well. So I don't know what else there is. Hotels are open, cinemas open, restaurants are... When did restaurants open?
Hospitality outdoors and then hospitality indoors in there on May 17th. So does that definitely mean, does that 21st, top one on the 21st, the top bullet point, all legal limits on social contact to go?
Well, the third one clarifies it for you. Restrictions on large events lifted.
The thing is, I like, you would think that the word festival would have come out of their mouths at least once, maybe yesterday on the news. Maybe festivals.
Well, it's not just festivals; it's sporting events as well.
Yeah, but all he said was like sporting events and like business,
like conferences.
Yeah. And it's like, Is there going to be more of a restriction on a festival because generally festivals are pretty grim places to be? I know that's not necessarily going to affect it too much.
Yeah,
but
I've heard people saying that like, oh, they should hold festivals till last because they are genuinely grim and you don't shower. And it's less hygienic. It's like, but
so
it's going to transmit whether you've taken a shower or not.
Also, the other thing to consider is June 21st, end of June, innit?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Will Festival Republic, Live Nation, whoever, can they risk like waiting that long to find out?
Well, that's the thing. I think it's risk now, isn't it?
Who is it on?
How
does it? You know this more than I do. How does that work behind the scenes?
So in Festival Republic put the event on. But Live Nation own that company.
Do they?
Yeah. So they've got a larger body to answer to. So they won't make that decision.
The Live Nation on Festival Republic?
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
I swear they do.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it. Last time I spoke to them, I swear Live Nation owned them.
Maybe. I'll just fact check that while you keep speaking.
So in my head, like 2000 Trees, they don't have to answer to anyone. If their festival doesn't go ahead, they can book everything, and then at the end of it, if it doesn't go ahead, they can be like, yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah, you're right, mate. You are right.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have doubted you. Live Nation do own them.
But Festival Republic and therefore Live Nation will have to plough money into promotion. They'll have to plough money into booking artists and putting up fees, non-refundable fees. Let's face it. All of these things that you don't even think about, they'll have to put money into, and that's a risk.
Do you think they can rely on, say, the lineup as it is now? And Red and Leeds are meant to announce something on March 1st, I think.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be the cancellation or at least pushback. But
see, they could also push it back a month.
They could rely on. So they normally have how many acts? 200 plus acts?
Yeah.
They could rely on having whoever they've announced already, maybe 25 acts.
Yeah.
And mark my words, your festival will fucking sell out still. If it doesn't, then there's something like...
It's going to sell out. If I think worst case scenario, it'll sell out on the day, like on when you get there. So people,
it's got to sell out.
It might not sell out online, but there will be such a drive by people from the moment we physically can. They'll be like, right, I haven't been to a festival in years. I've been cooped up in my house all fucking year. I'll go to a festival. I don't care.
If I was sat now on Bet365 sponsored, and I could put a tenner on, if I had to put $1,000 on,
yeah,
I'd say Reading and Leeds is not going to happen. Part of that's because I don't understand all the back end and all the shit that.
Yeah,
I think 2000 Trees is going to happen. I think we're going to go at 2000 Trees this year, mate.
Yeah, like I said, because we can.
Because they're just chilling.
We speak to the guys like we have they don't have to answer to anyone.
Yeah, they just are. They're just a small. They have all the disadvantages of being a small team, but this is potentially a massive.
It's a conversation between. There's two of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
So it's a conversation between them two.
There's 6 of them.
Or even 6. Like that's much easier to coordinate rather than a few thousand people in it. So you just decide within 6 of you. What do you reckon, guys?
And also,
shall we go for it? Yeah.
I'd like to think if you're a band and you're booked at like 2000 Trees, like if I'm in a band, this might just be me being really naive. If I'm in a big band, not a big band, a 2000 Trees size headliner, and I have a non-refundable deposit, and you come to me as 2000 Trees, some guys just chilling, just doing the whatever, and you say, is there any chance we could like have a swing of this and maybe like it's instead of refunding it like secures you for next year or something? Can you?
Yeah.
I can see a band.
I accept that we've all been through shit.
But if Live Nation, a massive $1 billion, I imagine, conglomerate, approach you with the same thing, you'd be like, nah, absolutely fucking not. You've got loads of money. Yeah. I'll have my non-refundable deposit and you'll book me next year as well because I'm Post Malone, bitch.
If he gets booked again next year, that'd be something.
So there's I've got a lot of faith in the smaller shit going down.
Yeah, and I think it's nothing to do with crowd size for me. I think it's all to do with just the corporate bullshit.
I agree.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, they might be you know, you might be working for a broadband company, or you might be working for a music festival. Emails all the same, and it's all the same corporate shit that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
So I think it's just going to be the same as everything.
Here's a question for you. If so I've got like 5 Biffy Clyro dates booked.
Yeah.
You've got 2 or 3.
Yeah, something like that.
We've got Snoop Dogg booked for whenever. We've got
Oh
Broco.
my god, yeah.
We've got,
We got
Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah.
There's a key month in the year where we're generally not available for anything, which is October.
Yep.
Would you sacrifice the October holiday that we've not put any money into yet, mate?
Yeah, I think we'd have to push that back somewhere else.
I would say
I'm not precious about it still being
fuck
October.
that off.
Yeah.
Fuck it. If we need to fuck that up, and Bridie won't be happy about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. First time you're hearing about it. But if there's like significant boom at the end of this year, I think the money, not even the money, the money can be put aside for a holiday in a few months later, or early 2022.
Well, we could do it in November.
Yeah.
What's going to happen in November.
That's true.
Everything will be cheap as well.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely give up the big holiday to...
But I don't know, you got to think about the weather in October. Is it great? Yeah, because you know, when we go on holiday, usually in October, we go, and it's all right, but usually by the time we come back from America, Europe, wherever we go, it's usually all gone to shit.
Is that still going to be a driving factor, though, for people
Weather.
in the UK? Weather? Do people really give a fuck that much about the weather?
Like, I think so, because...
When you see, like, people at... You know, there's loads of times when it's pissed it down at download, and it's still packed out. You're telling me that little Jimmy with his bucket hat, he's got an opportunity to see Cortinas in like that park in Manny or whatever it's called, and he ain't going to be there when it's raining.
Little Jimmy's passionate though, so there'll be a crowd of passionate people who want to go to festivals.
Yeah.
But then there'll be people around the edges, probably 40-50% of people who go to festivals that are like, if it's towards the end of the year and it's going to piss it down, I can't be arsed.
I know it's just preference.
Yeah.
But like I was speaking to my mate today, and he was like, I might go to Slam Dunk. And I was just thinking, what do you mean?
Yeah, you might.
Buy your fucking ticket.
Yeah.
Like, if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Fucking go.
It's feeling pretty confident now.
If you know no bands, go.
Yeah.
Live life now. Now is your never take the opportunity for doing anything for granted again.
I've had conversations like, oh yeah, I want to go to Slam Dunk, but lineup's a bit shit.
Fucking
go. You know
if
what?
I could stand in that field with 20 of my mates and get fucked up and listen to no music, mate.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Yeah, good. Like all your friends are there, or everyone. Like that's the thing that everyone's doing, and you know it's going to be a good time. Listen to the bands then if you don't like them. There's bound to be someone there that you like.
I watched David Letterman induct Pearl Jam into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I was on a YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah,
and David Letterman hosted his show for 30 years.
Yeah,
and every night he's got to see a live band.
Yeah.
And then his show stopped, and this induction speech was 3 years after his show stopped. And he was like, never take... This was before COVID. He was like, I got to see live music every day for 30 years, and now I'm without it, and I don't get to see it very often unless he obviously goes to a gig.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand how good live music is. No matter who it is.
Yeah.
I went with Chucky and Co. when the pubs reopened the first time to a place called Washington in Sheffield, and there was a shitty singer there with an acoustic guitar. Or on the ferry.
The ferry, yeah.
We still had a fucking blast with that guy.
Yeah.
Live music is great.
Yeah. It is a reason for being.
It is the greatest gift on this earth is live music.
Yeah.
So if you're even thinking about going to Slam Dunk, or if you're even thinking about going to pub because there's a band on, like Jake's little pub where he works.
Yeah.
And there's a band, just fucking do it.
Yeah, well, Beats fucking saying,
if everyone in Carpe in their DMs, mate, when this shit's done.
You've sat at home for a year, and you're going to go...
You lazy fucking... You fucking lazy bastard.
You're gonna go, yeah, I might sit out this one tonight.
There's no sitting out of anything anymore. When this is done, on that final day when we don't have to socially distance, or when we can go to the nightclubs, we're going to put some Doja Cat on in Leadmill. We're going to dance to footwear. I mean, we're not going to put it on it'll hopefully come on.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be bliss. And there's going to be dancing in the fucking streets, mate. I was walking home from Wilco's the other day, no joke. And I had my playlist on of songs I love. And Can't Stop the Feeling came on, Justin Timberlake. Great.
Just like that little...
Great song. And I was just imagining people dancing in the streets when lockdown's over. And now there's something in the horizon that says it's going to be over.
Yeah. And I tell you what else is going to happen this year.
What's that, mate?
I reckon.
What?
I reckon it's coming home, you know.
Oh, I forgot about that. Is there a Euro offer on table for us, like a hosting offer or something?
No, that's decided way up front. But Euros is this year, I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. But that's decided like 8 to 10 years in advance.
Oh, of course it is, yeah, because the...
Let us go.
Like the Olympics, in it. Yeah. They build stadiums for it, don't they?
Yeah.
I thought I'd read somewhere that we might get offered the Euros, and I thought that, obviously I don't know what the fuck, I didn't understand what I read, but I thought that was really good because it meant the government will really try and get everything sorted, so we get a Euro offer so we can make like $1 billion into the economy.
I'll tell you what, if it's anything like the World Cup,
2018 World Cup, because they're on even years, aren't they? Fucking 2018 was a World Cup. Yeah, and then we were meant to have the Euros in 2020. Yeah, but obviously it didn't happen. Get me to Wembley. I'll go.
It's gonna come home.
I reckon what's he called, Rashford?
I don't know, man.
If Rashford doesn't get that ball in that goal, mate, I'm gonna be at Wembley giving him one of these.
I want to be at Broodnell again.
Broodnell. We'll go to Wembley if we can. Let's go to. I've never been to a football game.
I've never been to Wembley.
And I'll put a Stone Island thing. I've been to Wembley, but I've never been to a football game. You've been to a football game? Never been to Wembley?
Yeah.
We can synergize. As you can tell from my general demeanour, this has really lifted my spirit.
Yeah.
I was in a pretty fine place anyway, to be honest. I've leveled out a bit now. Touch wood. I'm not like miserable. I'm just bored. I'm just fucking bored. I'm so bored of waking up doing the same shit every day. Yeah. I think we spoke about it on a poddy, like fucking maybe the last one.
Yeah, everything's the same.
It's
and you know
all
what?
the same, mate.
When is it? How many more? So when was the first date?
When was the what? The first date when things start to change?
Yeah.
March 8th when schools reopen. But April 12th is the date when pubs reopen.
So in let's say 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, you can meet up with someone outdoors. It's not that far. 3 weeks flies by.
Not even asked for that. Yeah.
But what is it?
I'm going to be on my best fucking behaviour until April 12th.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks.
No bother that. No bother.
8 and a bit weeks.
2 pay cycles.
Yeah.
Get a bit of cash saved up because that is going to be fucking expensive. The only pubs that I can think that would have outdoor areas, aside from the Cuthbert Broderick, they're expensive pubs.
Yeah.
Like Merrion Street. When the clubs reopen, I've got an idea, and if Max Fosh is watching, fuck off, because I'm ripping him off, and I don't want him to rip us off. It's not so much him, but it's more that it's like we should do a video, and we will. That's like we spent a full week in England's nightclubs after reopening, and obviously we mean like a working week, like 35 hours in the week. Because we've already signed him for Leadmill for 3 nights. Yeah. And you know for a fact we'll be at Rose's and Key Club. So that's 5 things. And I've got this really nice vision of how we can like present it like a Zach and Jay show, or like how Max does. And then we can get some viewers. Because we got the biggest view today in the life is the Weatherspoons Challenge one. Yeah. So we need to kind of milk that kind of idea of like, we're doing this. And we're still going to, obviously, that's not going to be our main content. But I just think we can milk that a little bit and go to all those nightclubs. And instead of it being like a really long vlog of, oh, now we're off to Leadmill and it's just the same shit for 10 minutes. And then now we're off to Leadmill again, same shit for 10 minutes, hungover, being sick. It can be like with a bit of voiceover, like a 20-minute really polished video. And if anyone nicks that, I've said it here first on record. So any of you out there, you YouTubers with plaques, can get backs.
Can I have a plaque? I need one for my bathroom.
I've got lots on my teeth.
Shit. I wonder if our views all go down.
Oh, mate, speaking of that, can you all go and watch the last vlog? I had to privatise the fucker for 2 hours, and it's really not performed. There's a lot of love on it, and I appreciate that, but just go and watch it, please.
Which one's that?
The one where I clean out the shitter.
Ah, very good.
It's the most controversial video ever, yeah?
Yeah, go watch it, because he cleans out a shitter, and I move a sofa. What else do you want?
Tonight, Ryan moves a sofa.
Bastard bitch.
Me and Dan just recorded a podcast earlier that's going out like late March about Burley Road. We were talking about Burley Road.
Oh, yeah.
And we've actually booked a viewing for April to go and scope it out, and just so we can have a look. So we'll let you know when that happens, because you can come with us. What else are we excited about? What else is good about this?
It's just festivals, isn't it?
Would you like a water? Would you like a bottle of water?
Yeah, I'd love one. I think that another thing that this will spur is hopefully a few more album releases, because I think that a lot of bands have been like kind of holding back on putting out albums. Like, for example, Broco. I know they're in the studio, and we talk about Broco all the time. They're a good example, but they're timing their album just about right, so that it's being created now, and hopefully by the time all of this lockdown bullshit's over, then we'll be able, they can support that album and tour with it and support other bigger bands, and it feels like the right time for them to be doing that. And I look forward to more bands putting out new music,
I agree.
because the past year's been shit.
It has been, aside from the Bring Me EP. I'm definitely wrong here, but I can't think of like a really significant release that's come, because it's dumb to release an album in that time.
Because you can't push it. Only big bands can get away with it.
Yeah, like Foo Fighters and shit.
Yeah.
There was a few people who like took a stance and they were like, "Yeah, my label wanted me to delay this album," but I just thought like a proper. I think it wasn't Youngblood.
To be fair, it's an idiot move. If you've got an album there and you're like, "Well, I was going to release it anyway, but I'm not going to sit on it for a year because I want it out." Just sit on it, like
yeah.
What's been out this year?
Celebration of Endings.
Biffy, yeah.
And they delayed it. To be fair, it was due out earlier, and they delayed it. And I think
I'm glad they didn't, but they should have sat on it, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
They had a full arena tour plan. I mean,
yeah.
So did so many people.
Weezer have just dropped an album,
Things I don't care about.
Yeah, it's not bad.
They're all right. Yeah, they are always a safe bet of Weezer. Yeah. They'll always write you a good song.
Yeah.
If we needed a new theme song, for a new one, as opposed to the from the end of the View from the Afternoon. If we needed a theme song and Rivers said I'll do it, I'd have faith. I wouldn't need too much.
You know what I learned recently, and something that I've been getting a little bit into. It's just an all-time low song, a really cringe one. I can't forget what it's called.
Missing You.
No. It's like a proper it's just a really cringe song, and I'm gonna have to find it. But basically, I was looking through the songwriting credits and I saw that Rivers co-wrote it. And I was like, all of a sudden, I was like, I like that song now because of the context of who wrote it. Now I saw it as like
because
very cringe.
Rivers is. He seems like he's really genuine. Like he's just cracking on. That's his craft. Is writing a song. Whereas All Time Low seem, we both view them in the same light. They're a very good band.
Yeah.
But they're a bit like wishy-washy and a bit like that. I don't really think they ever say anything to be taken too serious. I don't know. What
song was it? It just really cringe song. It's I Feel Like Dancing. I think it was.
That's off the new album, isn't it? We as we've been in lockdown,
it was.
I've been taken to places in my head that I really wish I'd have appreciated being in more. And it's weird because you say the obvious stuff like Reading and Leeds, America, Stone Roses bar. But the places that come up are so strange when I think like, I wish I'd have lived in that moment a bit more. I think of the food court in London Piccadilly. And it's like, I've never been there and like really enjoyed being there. but it's a place where, like, if you're there, something good's happening. You're in London for some reason. You're
Yeah.
either just got there or you're just coming back after a good time. I think of like this random street in Dundee. Where Dundee? Aberdeen. Where there's like a noodle shop. And you probably won't know it. I don't know if you've been. You did a gig in Aberdeen, didn't you?
No, we've been to Aberdeen.
Together?
Yeah.
On the NC 500?
Yeah.
Me and Dan went for the Broco tour in 2017.
Yeah.
And there was nothing that ever made me think about this street. It was just a street, mate, with a noodle shop on it. In fact, Aberdeen was the most boring night of the tour. We didn't go out.
Yeah,
we
there's
didn't meet anyone. It was boring.
When we went, there didn't seem to be anything there.
But my mind just keep putting me back on that street and thinking, like, you should have enjoyed this more. And I know that when things go back to normal, we're not gonna appreciate those little things. Like, we're gonna take them for granted again. Yeah. But I really don't want to. I really want to be able to live in the moment a bit, like when you're in America and you're looking out the window.
You try to suck it all in.
Actively thinking, there's a cactus, look at that cactus, analyze it, keep that in your mind, remember this moment. You tell your kids this moment, like this is a moment you're keeping, I'm saving this to the hard drive.
The file is corrupted.
By the time you need to recall that memory, mate, you end up with an error.
Yeah, you have Bridie screaming, New York 5!
New York. Yeah, you remember the fucking dumb, but yeah, really random place. The tube stations and not the main ones, like not Victoria and
Acton.
Fucking like the random ones like Acton or Bethnal Green, and these random ones where like I'm only in that station if I'm never gonna accidentally be in that station, and being in that the visceral memory of that, I really want to just grab onto it. It's so weird. It is so weird.
I miss the mundane shit.
Yeah, because that's the shit that, like, I love train stations. I'm like Harvey Price, right? In more ways than one. But I love being in the train station, whether you're in Donny train station or I could sit in a train station for an hour with no music and not get bored. Because if I'm in a train station, something good's going to happen or something good's just happened. Yeah. And I love that.
Yeah. I miss driving somewhere. Like I said, we get the Mackies and then we're on the M1 or on the M62 or going up north or wherever the fuck we're going. But I've got one hand on my steering wheel. I'm sat in fifth, holding it steady at 70, no more. And I've got a big old caramel latte from Starbucks in my hand.
Big drip of caramel outside a cup where they've missed.
Oh, I went the other day, and I was so looking forward to it, ready. And she was like, "Oh, I've only got the sugar-free caramel syrup. Is that all right?"
Oh, tell me that at the start, you bitch.
And I stuttered for like 30 seconds because it just threw me off so much.
Just there, like staring into space, having an internal monologue.
I was like, do I want it? Oh, I don't want vanilla. I don't want a normal latte. I really wanted this thing, and now I can't have it.
That's the worst, when they don't tell you up front.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not deliberate, of course, but I hate that shit. When did I have it? I had it with so I went to Five Guys recently, just for the fries, takeout for my lunch. Yeah. And the fries, the Cajun or Cajun, as Brady would say, they work so perfectly with the Five Guys hot sauce. Yeah. I think it's Frank's, but and that is what I wanted. Yeah. And I went and I bought the fries and I paid, and at the end, can I have the hot sauce, please? Oh, we don't have any. So that's my whole thing ruined. And I guess that's just an anecdote. I don't think there's anything they could have really done differently there. I don't think they should have a big sign saying no sauce.
Yeah, it's the little things now, and they just really throw you off.
My point is I get it when there's a little thing that does just make an item.
Yeah, and I tried to convince myself when I was drinking it. I was like, you know what? It does taste exactly the same.
If she hadn't said it,
and then it gets a bit deeper, and then you go, oh yeah, there it is.
You can always tell sugar-free shit, mate.
Yeah, it's like when you get some chicken nuggets and they forget to put the sauce in the box.
Oh man. That's game over, that.
Yeah. You'll enjoy the first one because usually you have one.
Oh, yeah. Cleanse the old palate.
Yeah, you have one without the sauce to really enjoy
analyse
the nug.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you go, right, sauce now. There's no sauce. They're all dry.
It's bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's game over. I'd rather dip them in tap water than have them dry.
Yeah.
Dip them in my cup of tea.
I'll tell you what, there's one final thing that definitely will happen this year. And now thanks to the non-essential retail coming back will almost definitely happen. I'm in dire need of a new car.
Yeah.
So the old girl's got to go. It's illegal now. I swear. So
That would be such a sad day.
yeah, it's. I think I don't know what to keep off it.
When it goes, Raz, please, and I'm saying it publicly now, please don't just get rid of it without telling us.
What do you want to be there for? Like the scrapping and
Not for the scrapping, but I really want to know when it's going to be my last time in that car.
Yeah.
And I know it's tricky because if you're going to get a new car, ideally what you want to do, what I would want to do if I eventually learn to drive, is not tell anyone and then one day just rock up in a car.
Yeah.
But please, even if it's just me.
Yeah.
Because I have such an, like, I don't need to tell you probably, it's your car, but such an emotional attachment to a vehicle. And it's not even mine.
Yeah.
And it was the same with Bridie's Focus. I shed a tear when we had to give that thing back.
Yeah.
I say we, it was Bridie's. But when he had to give that thing back,
Yeah.
we had so many good times in that.
You
And
only
that
get
car,
the good bits of it though.
That car, yeah, absolutely. That's the thing.
You're like
it's never frustrated me
like
once. That car.
babysitting your nephew, and you're like,
Yeah.
love it. Oh, it started crying now. It's
Have it back.
Yeah,
Have it back.
Yeah, yeah. You aren't had to
That
deal
car
with
to
the
me
bearings.
is a as much of as a character and friend
Yeah.
as some of my acquaintances
Yeah.
are.
What do you reckon's been more in the videos? My car or Chris Paulton? I'm calling you
Do you
out,
know
mate.
what? If I had to choose between the car and Chris Paulton, I'm not sure where my allegiance would lie.
Yeah, so I don't know what to get next, but hopefully in April I can start to test drive some more vehicles and see what really takes my fancy, and take a big old loan out.
I'm gonna buy a Epiphone Flying V. I was gonna say
you finally gonna
Gibson.
do it.
I almost did in the week. I put an offer in on eBay for one, but it was too low and it got
You're always better off
automatically.
buying stuff like that used, you know.
I know, mate. I know.
That's-
But the issue is, if I buy it used, I've got brand new. No, sorry, not brand new. I buy it used. It arrives. It's in its gig bag and stuff.
Yeah.
It was 500 quid. I offered him 350.
Yeah,
Obviously said no.
yeah.
And it did have a little mark in the lacquer, like a little. It was a used fucking guitar. But I know
Pre-loved.
you'd notice that.
What?
You'd notice that little dent,
Well, yeah, but
and I'd notice it.
I think a guitar.
And-
I think a guitar though, it's not like a phone. Like it's,
You're right.
It's,
You can't ring anyone on it. Hello. Hello.
Brilliant.
Practical comedy there.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, we've stooped too new low. I think a guitar, it picks up like character. It picks up like bumps and scratches, and it's just the nature of what it is. Whereas
I
like
agree.
a tech product, you've written all over yours now. It looks like shit.
Yeah, I need to get rid
That's
of that.
not character. That's carelessness.
That's carelessness when I was drunk.
Fucking hell.
I've been in such a, not a rut, but in such an understanding subconsciously that this is my normal life now, staying indoors, that this boost of news has elated me.
Yeah.
I was dancing in the shower last night to Doja Cat. Do you know what? You know when I'm in the shower, right?
Yeah.
And I'm on my own, obviously, and there's Doja on.
Yeah.
I'll try and do like my sexiest, most provocative dance, like as if I'm her. And you know she's a super sexual fucking woman.
Yeah.
And I wish that I had like a recording where I could show you, just because it only works because no one else is there and because it'll never be recorded. Like that's the only reason it's funny. But if you could see the fucking dancing it's fucking hilarious, mate. You really, I become Doja.
Yeah.
Sound like some kind of fucking really weird freak. But yeah, this news has elated me. The prospect of, or the almost guarantee,
It's like
that there's a visible light at the end of the tunnel now.
I've said from the get go, like the only thing that you need is just that light at the end of the tunnel. You need to know that you're heading somewhere. You need to know that it's like, even if they said,
And lockdown 3
last
has
year-
felt lockdown. Even with lockdown 1, there was a date put on it. I think there was a date from the minute it was.
Yeah.
It was put in on March 16th, maybe?
Something
maybe not.
like
Maybe
that,
I don't know. But I'm sure there was a date.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew that we were... And it didn't feel that long, lockdown 1, in retrospect.
No, it didn't.
It didn't. But this lockdown has felt like forever.
Yeah.
Like, when did this one start?
The very
it
start.
before Christmas?
No, it was January. January 2nd.
But
or
then
something like
before then, we were in like tier, and it's nice to know now. This is what I were asking for.
Yeah.
Lock everything down completely for like 2, 3, 4 months.
that. Yeah.
And I guess I've got what I wanted.
Yeah.
And isn't that all that matters?
I think it's if they'd have said to us like a year, like I don't know when a live event's coming back, like so let's say June. If they said to us June last year, we're gonna have live events by June next year, I'd have gone, that's a bit annoying, but fine.
No
But
worries.
we've got a date. We've got something. We project this.
It's about
Brilliant.
having that to work towards.
Yeah, but it was just the abyss. It was like, oh, let's see if vaccines do this. But even
Thank fuck for that vaccine.
Yeah.
They have big up anyone out there that is involved in that, from Chris Polton to to everyone that
Yeah.
actually does some fucking work on
Yeah.
it. Like, thanks a lot.
Imagine-
33% of adults have got it, mate. That's fucking so many. If I had to do that job,
yeah,
I wouldn't be anywhere near that far
Yeah.
done, even if I did it for 12-hour days.
yeah. I hope that like, yeah, I just hope it's fucking quick now.
What a fucking result.
Imagine how scary that first lorry driver must have felt crossing border without vaccines in back. Like, number one, don't crash. Number two, don't get mugged.
get robbed. Oh, but absolute, not to be like that fucking performative, whatever. Like, that's not my point here. But thank you, NHS, and everyone that's put in to getting those vaccinations done. I remember on last Sunday, I was in. Doesn't matter where I was. Last Sunday, I heard the news that we were like 500,000 behind on where we needed to be by Monday. And by Monday, we'd done that 500,000.
Yeah.
That's so fucking good. And get it in me.
Yeah,
Get it right in my fucking veins, mate.
yeah.
It won't be long. The end is in sight. Things I'm also never going to take. I mean, I obviously will take this for granted again, because when normal life resumes,
Go
we
on.
all will take stuff for granted.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the first fucking viewer I meet after lockdown, I'm going to give you a big fucking cuddle if you're a boy. And if you're a girl,
if there's
I'll
written
give you a
consent.
firm fist bump.
Yeah. If there's written consent, email me before. I want the email chain, and then we'll.
But I can't believe that I used to get to speak to people, man. I used to get to have a conversation with people.
It's mental that we would be.
We all did.
We would be in a crowd full of people, and people would say like Razzie, and you'd be there like shoulder to shoulder with them. There'd be people crammed up against you front and back. You'd be sweaty as fuck, all crammed in this massive arena. Thousands of people.
I like to think I never did take that for granted. Every time that happened, it was special. But it's just another one of those things that's such a foreign concept now.
Yeah.
Having a conversation, a face-to-face conversation where you're not accidentally on mute and you're not
that
fucking
happens.
stalling and like the Wi-Fi in here has been shit. I can't wait.
That never happens to me on mute, and today it did. I think it might be the first time.
What, you've accidentally been on mute?
Yeah, I joined a meeting, I was on mute, and I was talking. Big L.
That is a big L, mate.
Yeah.
But do you know what? It's happened to the best of us. At least you didn't do what I did.
That's true.
I'll tell you very quickly before we wrap up, because conscious of time. We want to get this out by maybe 10 p.m. tonight. That's in 55 minutes. I was on a Zoom call, a professional Zoom call, and I went to turn my camera off, and instead I just unmuted myself. The reason I wanted to turn my camera off is because I wanted to pick up the old guitar and play the Last of Us theme. So I did that on my Zoom call, and it catapulted me into the front of the Zoom call, I assume, because that's what it does when you speak.
Yep.
And I had to just style it out
How did you style it out?
by just going back on mute, putting the guitar down, and sweating profusely. It was the most embarrassing moment, potentially of my life, definitely of my year.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Another thing I can't wait for,
What?
when things are back to normal,
Yeah.
to not overthink things. I still will, But to the level that I have,
to
have distractions, man.
To have other people be able to be distracted and not so focused on the anger of just being pissed off at everything online because everyone's just fucking glued to the phone because that's their window to the outside world.
The end is in sight, everybody.
Stop being a bastard on Twitter.
Oh, I tweeted for the first time yesterday, and I felt good about it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I felt good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the end is in sight.
Yeah.
We're all getting there together, everyone. We've done a bang-up job. Some of us more so than others. Some of us less so than others. But we're getting there, and we'll all be having a big 2-pinter in an arena where you have to neck it extra quick because the band's about to come on and there's no way you can go any further forward with a drink that big.
Yeah.
That's going to happen again.
Yeah.
And we're going to hear post-survival.
What do you reckon first act you're going to see is going to be?
I hope it's Twin Atlantic. Twin Atlantic were the last gig we saw on March 11th.
Yeah, I want us to go see Twin Atlantic again, and I want our first holiday to be back to Milan.
Get me to Milan. There's a Supreme store opening.
I'm so fed up of it, but it's just funny. And it's cheap.
And it's cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Milan.
Yeah,
2021, we'll go to Milan.
Yep. By the end of this year.
You heard it here first. More content you're sick of.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao. Well, shall we leave it at that? Thanks so much for tuning in. This was very rapid fire.
Yeah.
So don't take anything we've said too seriously.
Also, I read that off a screenshot that I just randomly got sent to me, so might not be fact checked.
Do us a favour before we leave. Read him that boomer version.
What? Oh yeah, what was it?
Here's your official guidance from the government, everybody, before we sign off.
Where is it? March 8th, you can get drunk with one friend in a park. March 29th, you can get drunk with 5 other people in your garden. I don't have a garden.
I've got a balcony.
True.
Bang some AstroTurf on there.
Yeah, I've got my world garden. April 12th, I can get drunk in a pub garden with 5 other people. Brilliant. I ask for no more. May 17th, you can get drunk inside the pub with 5 other people.
Sounds good to me.
You can have 4 other people somewhere else if you want, on a totally separate table. And on June 21st, book your week off work. Get really drunk.
Already done it.
Get really drunk wherever the fuck you want. Hug them and tell them you love them.
And we love you, and we can't wait to see some of you out and about, living the fucking dream.
And spit in your mouth.
Get all that spit in my fucking mouth, boy. In fact, turn this camera off. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Please subscribe, and please watch the last vlog.
And check out the Facebook page, the Twitteroo, and the Patreon.
That's right, bitch. See you in a bit. We love you.
Bye-bye.